Five, four, three, two, one. Let's fight! Woo! Here we go, everybody. We are back with another video for Awesome Joe's movie reviews, but today we're going to be talking about another trailer that had just been released a couple of days ago. I'm a little late to the party, but I so wanted to talk about it ever since the first trailer was released. And of course, I never had the chance to because there was just so much going on. But here we are. I'm going to talk about it right now. Street Fighter. Now, yes, I am one of those 90s kids. Yes, I did play the video games. I'm not a big fan to where I knew the story. I was just a fan of playing the game. There's a lot of video games out there right now, and especially the ones that are being adapted into a live adaptation film. So, and we got, of course, it started off with Sonic, and then we're getting the Marios, and then, of course, we got the Mortal Kombat, and now here we go with Street Fighter. It's the 90s all over again. We had the live-action Super Mario movies. We had Double Dragon. I'm waiting for that one, a modernized Double Dragon. That would be so cool. I loved the 90s movie. And then, of course, we had the 90s Mortal Kombat along with the 90s Street Fighter. Now, like I said, not a fan of what the story is to Street Fighter. I just loved playing the video games. So much that I remember playing them at our nearby pizzeria, which is, of course, Pizza Hut at the time when they had arcade games. Loved eating their pizza, but I was still even more excited to just getting up and going to that arcade and playing, of course, none other than Street Fighter. You know, and we even had the arcade game at an arcade that we had at the mall, which is of course closed down. We need the arcades back. If we're getting these movies, we got to get the arcades back. Come on, people. I get that Xbox and PlayStation and whatever game console is out there right now is so popular, but we got to go back to our roots here, people. Let's get the arcades back in show business here. Let's go to the mall. Let's go back to Pizza Hut. Let's play these video games like the way we used to when we were kids, guys. I mean, let's socialize. Let's go out there, everybody. Oh my gosh, man. Just watching this made me feel like a kid all over again. Not just with the video game, but with the 90s movie as well, too. 1994 with Jean-Claude Van Damme and of course, none other than Bison's Raul Julia. Woo, boy. I love that movie. Now, the trailer of this is fantastic, okay? It is fantastic. I loved the trailer. But that doesn't mean, of course, the movie is not going to be any good. If it's great, if it's fantastic, awesome. I root for it. If it's bad, well, at least we had the really great trailer. But yeah, the trailer looks fantastic. And say if this movie does become successful enough to where it became a really great movie, it's I don't know. I can't really say. But since I was just a 90s kid growing up with the original Street Fighter movie with Van Damme, I favor that one a lot. I think maybe because that's just the only one that I know about. I know there's a lot of Japanese anime movies of the Street Fighter story, but I never did watch those. And you guys know I'm not really much into watching animation, and I just can't get connected to it. But yes, a lot of people complained about the '94 movie, saying that the characters don't look like their video game counterparts. Okay, fine. So they took that into consideration, these movie makers, and then they did this movie and released the trailer. And when I saw the first trailer to this, immediately that's all I heard was complaints that, oh, they look too video game-ish, they don't look realistic, they look like they are cosplaying at a Comic-Con. And I'm just like, isn't that what you guys were complaining for in the first place back in the 90s about the 90s film? And yet here we are, we're answering we're granting you your wishes, and here it is. But yet you guys are still complaining. I mean, nothing makes you guys happy. For me, I loved it. If they look like cosplay, have you guys seen cosplay? How people dress up nowadays? Everything now is 3D printer. It looks phenomenal. The one cosplay outfit that I am really intrigued by and so fascinated with is how they put together the RoboCop costume. So realistic, so as if it was the actual outfit from the '87 movie. It's just mind blowing. So I really give credits to this. I think that everything in this works. I think that the color definition, the everything that they put into this looks fantastic. It feels literally like a live action video game adaptation. It's not trying to be just cinematic. It even has that nostalgia towards the video game that they are, presenting that to mostly the fans. But me as a cinematic person, I actually love this. This is so good. The movie is directed by Kitao Sakurai. Excuse my pronunciation, but just the way it's pronounced, the way it seems, even the way that it looks like a really awesome name. I'm not familiar with his work, but he's done movies like Bad Trip, The Passage, You Won't Miss Me, and The Best of the Best. Never heard of a single one, but it looks to be like as if I am going to be very intrigued by the way that he adapts his work onto the screen. And it looks as though, because in the 94, I'm going to do a lot of comparisons to the 94 film, but the 94 film, of course, put its more focus on Van Damme since he was the main star. And of course, none other than Raul Julia. Man, I would love to see these two acted together again in another movie, but sadly, of course, Raul Julia passed away before the movie was even released into theaters. So he had passed away a little after they finished filming production. So shame that. He a really good guy. But yeah, it looks as though we're not really facing so much of the story onto the Guile character being a main lead, which is kind of like the same thing what they did with Mortal Kombat. They put the focus on this made-up Mortal Kombat character called Cole Young. Usually the main character in the 90s movies was, of course, Liu Kang. And Liu Kang is in that movie and just more of a side character. And I'm just like, this is kind of weird because we got the main character who is now a side character. So, but we're doing it in this one as well, too. We're putting Guile, it looks like Guile's more to the side now of a side character, but he still looks great. We'll get to him in a little bit, but it looks like we're putting the focus more, due to the trailer, it seems as though we're leaning the story more on Ken, which is played by Noah Contadeo. And I didn't even recognize this guy until I had researched him to see what other things he's done in the past. He's done movies like The Recruit and the Charlie's Angels back in 2019. I didn't even know he was in Black Adam. And I'm like, who is he in Black Adam? Saying, oh my God, are you kidding me? One of the best things besides Dr. Fate in that movie was Atom Smasher. He played Atom Smasher. I mean, I loved him as Atom Smasher. It was a fantastic performance. So I think I'm really going to love his Ken performance in this movie. It looks like it's going to be really great. Then we get Ryu. It looks like we're putting some focus on him as well, too, because he's a very favorable character, played by Andrew Koji. And I didn't even recognize this guy either until I researched him as well. He's in Warrior, Bullet Train, and he's Snake Eyes from the Snake Eyes G.I. Joe origin, which I haven't seen, but I really did like his performance in the other two movies. And then we got Guile here, which is... If Van Damme makes a cameo in this, that would be awesome. But he's not coming back as Guile. And of course, we all know this is not a sequel. I've always wanted a sequel because we did get an end credit scene to that movie, which we never got a sequel to. It would have been so cool to see that. Even though if they had to recast Bison, it would have been sad to watch, but it still would have been fun to have seen a Street Fighter live action 2 in the 90s. But yeah, Guile is being played by Cody Rhodes, which we all know him as a WWE World Champion wrestler. He's also in the Naked Gun, the recent movie with Liam Neeson. I saw that movie, but I don't reckon as to what he played in that movie. But due to what I've researched, Balrog, played by 50 Cent. Holy cow, man! This guy, he looks great as Balrog. I really do. I really do like. I think that's one of the things I did not like about 94 Street Fighter was that he was a cameraman. There was no given hints as to him being a pro boxer. That was very much his character. Because of what I saw in the video games when I played them. I mean, I was just like, oh, okay, he's the boxer dude. And But yeah, he did Get Rich or Die Trying, which we know, and he was in Expendables 4. So it's great getting to see him on this. I think that he just looks fantastic. Chun Li, oh, played by I had another pronunciation, Kalina Liang. She looks great. I loved the Chun Li from the '94 movie. There's that other one that came out in 2009 called Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun Li. I saw that. What in the world was that? I completely forgot about that until I talked about Chun Li. And I'm just like, what? When I saw that movie, I was like, what is this? This is not what I know. And this is just plain garbage. And I really hope. And I have not seen it since then. So here we're talking about 15, 16, 17 years now. So it's been a while, and thank goodness, because I never want to see that piece of garbage again. But anyways, here, I think that Chun-Li looks fantastic. Phenomenal. I love this. She's a Canadian actress who has been in other projects called Presence and Bad Geniuses. Never heard of them. Probably might look forward to them. See how she does in this film. Cammy, played by Mel Jarnson. Okay. I didn't know that she was in Mortal Kombat, the 2021 movie, the first one. Supposedly she plays this vampire-ish demon kind of character. I don't reckon there being a sort of character like that in that movie. I got to rewatch that, especially when the second movie is coming out in a couple of weeks here. She was also in Blacklight and Beast. Blacklight is, of course, another Liam Neeson movie, and Beasts, that other one where he goes against a lion. This is a good one. Dalsim, the character Dalsim. This is actually one of my favorites. I love this dude. And I hate that he had very little screen time. He didn't even fight in the '94 movie. That was probably another thing I didn't like about that movie, was that this is a really cool character where he stretches his arms like Mr. Fantastic, and that's the way he fights. I think that's a really cool power. And he even does this in that trailer, so that's really awesome. It's played by Vidyut. Forget my pronunciation. He is an Indian actor who has been in other movies, not the Commando movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's some Indian film called, has a trilogy of movies called Commando. IB-71 and Sanak. Never heard of any of those, but this guy that's playing Dalsim, it looks really great. I think everybody looks awesome in this. Zangief, played by Oliver Richards. We know him from Reacher, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. That one I've only seen once, so I don't remember him in there. He's in Black Widow as well too. I don't remember that. I gotta see that one also too. I don't like that movie. And he's in Kingsman, so I gotta check that out. See how he does in those movies. And if I like it, I think I might enjoy him being Zangief. The character was very funny in the '94 movie. Man, it's so funny. Quick, change the channel. Oh, that was a funny part. Zangief. Oh, man. Played by... no, I already talked about Zangief. Vega. Played by Orville Peck. All right. This guy, he hasn't done any movies, but he is, in fact, an award-winning masked country music singer. Okay, when I saw that, I was like, that is absolutely perfect, because that is the identity of this character, Vega. He wears a mask the majority of the time. We did get to see his face in the '94 flick. He's just some pretty boy Indian dude. And I love the fact that he wears a mask. And I was just like, I'm pretty sure he was just like, you guys are casting me for this part? That's brilliant. That's perfect. Sign me up. So I'm really happy that he's got this. He doesn't show his complete face, but he always wears a mask, and I think that's if that's how you want to identify yourself, then bravos to you, man. But yeah, fantastic. I love this, and you can really tell the difference between the two. Between him and Wolverine, because they both do have 3 sets of claws. So but I love the whole mask idealistic. E Honda, another one of my favorites, played by Hiroki Goto. This guy, he is actually a Japan Pro wrestler, dude. And just the look of him in the trailer, man, he looks like he can kick butt. And I loved the character's performance in the '94 movie, even though he's part of the news crew which was a really ridiculous thing to do also. But I mean, I just love how the way he fights Zangief at the end of that movie, man. He just like he tears off his shirt. He's like Hassa! He just goes and attacks him, and they're just they're acting like Godzilla and a kaiju monster fighting each other. I mean, they're just fun, so fun. Ooh, and then another one that didn't get a lot of screen time in the '94 flick, Blanca. He's only in it for like a matter of seconds, and then that's it. You know, he goes through the transformation throughout the majority of the movie, but then when he gets revealed, it's like, what the heck? You know, it's like he didn't even get to fight. He didn't get to do anything. You know, that I think that's one of the things about the '94 movie that I believe that they've noticed, and they really, really, really want to pay attention on focusing on each and every single individual character in this movie to get enough screen time and have a chance to at least fight one fight against somebody. So when they get Blanca in there, of course he's CG. I don't think they're going to do any prosthetics. Of course, it's being played by Jason Momoa. And due to the trailer, yes, he is CG. And we all know Jason Momoa. Of course, he's in Aquaman, Fast X, the Minecraft movie, the Dune movies, Conan the Barbarian. I mean, he's just everywhere now. Now, I've talked about a lot of negatives about the '94 movie, but here's one of the negatives that I'm not okay with about this one is M. Bison being played by David Dastmalchian. We all seen him in other flicks like Suicide Squad as Polka Dot Man or Ant-Man or The Dark Knight. He's in all those movies. And, I get excited every time I see him. And when I saw him in this, when he did that promo, I'm just like, no, I don't like this. No, it just doesn't fit. I'm sorry, it doesn't fit. Not that I'm comparing you to Raul Julia, but the fact that I have about all this is that you're making each and every single Street Fighter character look very similar to their video game counterparts. But yet, when you look at Bison is supposed to be big, tall, and buffed, and he looks evil and scary and menacing. And you get this little dude in here. I'm just like, no, that doesn't work. I remember somebody pinning out when the first trailer came out is, instead of this guy, we should have gotten John Cena. I highly agree. I really very much agree. I can see that. That would have worked. Get John Cena to do this, man. He's big in Hollywood right now. Coming from the wrestling world into being in front of the camera, man. It's just, I think that he would have done an excellent Bison. But this guy, Raul Julia, really proved us wrong by the way that he made his performance in the movie, because he's not all big, buff, and tough. He lost a lot of weight due to the situations he was involved in before he had passed. But he still did great. A great performance. He's just phenomenal. He's one of the recognizable things about that film. So if he can do it, I'm really hoping that David Dastmalchian does the same. I really do hope that he proves us wrong and gives us a brilliant performance of M. Bison, of his own perspective. Not trying to be a copyright of Raul Julia. But I'm really hoping that he does a really great job in this. That's probably the only negative about this movie that I'm not looking forward to. So we'll just see what happens. We don't really see much of him in the trailer to give us what he can do, but from what we've seen, it's not very satisfying. So I'm really hoping when the movie is released and we go and watch this, I hope that he really proves us wrong and just be one of the best thing about this movie. One of the great things about this trailer, because like I said, I love this trailer. Everything was phenomenal, but none other than the music that they put into this. The song "What's Up" by Four Non Blondes. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I hear this song a lot at the bar when I go every so often, and we got one of the ladies there. She's a phenomenal singer for karaoke, and she sings this song a lot. It's one of her favorites, and wow. Her singing is great, and I love this song. So every time I hear the song, I hear my friend's singing voice at the bar, and I'm just like, yep, there you go, baby. Give us that juice, man. Give us that juice. Love that song. This song was just perfectly, brilliantly put into this. It really gave us the tone. It really gave us the excitement and the fun. I know that this is going to be great. And it's so cool that we get both Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat coming out in the same year. How great is that? So awesome. But if you would ask me, which one would I be more excited for? I want to say Street Fighter. I'm being clearly honest here. Because we already know what Mortal Kombat is all about. Yes, it's very rated R. And I really wasn't that okay with the 21 first film of Mortal Kombat. So I'm hoping that this one would be really good, Mortal Kombat 2. But when it comes to these two franchises, if I have to pick one due to the marketing, I would have to say Street Fighter wins it for me. So I'm very, very excited, you guys. So what do you guys think about the trailer for Street Fighter? Did you guys like it? Did you enjoy it? Did you guys hate it? What are your comments? What are your opinions based off of what you saw? What are your comments based off of what I saw? Leave it down in the comments section on the bottom. Let's have an awesome time talking about this movie or any movies that you like to talk about in general, because I love to talk about movies, but most importantly, I love to talk about them with you. And don't forget that you can check out some more of my videos on YouTube. Just look me up at Awesome Joe Movie Reviews. And don't forget to click on that like and subscribe button there, you guys. I really do appreciate everybody's support onto my channel. And also click on that notification bell for future videos once posted. So once again, everybody, I'm Awesome Joe. Keep on living the dream. And as always, stay awesome. Thanks, you guys, once more again. And to my baby girl, wow, Daddy loves ya, Daddy misses ya, and Daddy cannot wait to see you again, my love. And to everyone else, I'll see all of you guys in the next video. Bye.